in a thrilling NFC East showdown that lived up to the hype. The Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants battled it out in a game that kept fans on the edge of their seats until the very last second. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the Week 4 clash between two NFC East rivals, the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. This game had it all: high stakes, big plays, and enough drama to fill a season of your favorite TV show. So grab your snacks, settle in, and let's break down this gridiron battle. Before we jump into the action, let's set the scene. We're at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The crisp autumn air is electric with anticipation as these two storied franchises prepare to add another chapter to their long-standing rivalry. Coming into this game, both teams were sitting at 2-1, looking to gain an early edge in the always competitive NFC. Cowboys were riding high after a convincing win over the Cardinals, while the Giants were coming off a nail-biter against the Seahawks. Now, let's talk about the storylines that had everyone buzzing leading up to kickoff. The Dak attack. Cowboys QB Dak Prescott had been on fire, throwing for over 300 yards in each of his first 3 games. Could he keep the streak alive against a tough Giants defense? Saquon surge. Giants running back Saquon Barkley was finally looking like his old self after battling injuries. Would he be the X factor in this crucial divisional matchup? Defensive duel. Both teams boasted top 10 defenses coming into Week 4. Which unit would bend and which would break? Coaching chess match. Mike McCarthy vs. Brian Daboll. Two offensive minds with very different styles. Who would outmaneuver the other? First quarter. The Cowboys won the toss and elected to receive. From the very first drive, it was clear we were in for a treat. Prescott came out firing, connecting with CeeDee Lamb for a quick 15-yard gain. But the Giants' defense, led by Kayvon Thibodeaux, wasn't about to roll over. On 3rd and 7, Thibodeaux burst through the line, sacking Prescott and forcing a punt. The Giants' first possession started promising, with Daniel Jones finding rookie sensation Jalen Hyatt for a 20-yard catch and run. But the Cowboys' defense, anchored by Micah Parsons, tightened up, forcing a field goal attempt. Graham Gano split the uprights from 48 yards out, putting the Giants up 3-0. The rest of the first quarter was a defensive slugfest, with both teams trading punts. As the quarter wound down, the Cowboys were driving, looking to answer the Giants' early score. Score after Q1, Giants 3, Cowboys 0. Second quarter. The second quarter opened with a bang. On the third play, Prescott dropped back and launched a deep ball to Brandon Cooks, who had somehow slipped behind the Giants' secondary. 65 yards later, Cooks was celebrating in the end zone, and the Cowboys had taken the lead. But the Giants weren't about to go quietly. Saquon Barkley, who had been relatively quiet in the first quarter, exploded for a 40-yard run, showcasing the burst and agility that made him a household name. The drive stalled in the red zone, however, and the Giants had to settle for another Gano field goal, tying the game at 7-7. As halftime approached, both teams traded field goals, with neither able to find the end zone again. The Cowboys' Brandon Aubrey hit from 52 yards, while Gano answered with a 45-yarder as time expired. Halftime score: Cowboys 10, Giants 10. Halftime analysis. At the break, this game was living up to the hype. Both defenses were playing lights out, with Parsons and Thibodeaux each notching 2 sacks. The offensive stars were making their presence felt too, with Prescott throwing for 180 yards and Barkley racking up 85 yards on the ground. The key question heading into the second half: which team would make the necessary adjustments to break this deadlock? Third quarter. The Giants received the second half kickoff, and immediately we saw Brian Daboll's halftime adjustments at work. Jones started picking apart the Cowboys' zone defense with quick, short passes to tight end Darren Waller and slot receiver Sterling Shepard. The drive culminated in a beautifully designed play-action pass, with Jones finding Hyatt wide open in the back of the end zone. The rookie's first NFL touchdown put the Giants up 1-7-1-0, and MetLife Stadium was rocking. But if you thought the Cowboys were going to roll over, think again. Prescott and the offense responded with a methodical 12-play drive, mixing in runs from Tony Pollard and quick passes to Lamb on 3rd and goal from the 5. Prescott showcased his mobility, scrambling right and diving for the pylon. Touchdown Cowboys. With the game tied at 17, both defenses seemed to find their footing again. The rest of the quarter saw 3 consecutive 3-and-outs, setting the stage for a dramatic fourth quarter. Score after Q3, Cowboys 17, Giants 17. Fourth quarter. As the final quarter began, you could feel the tension in the air. This wasn't just a game, it was a battle for early control of the NFC East. The Cowboys struck first. After a short punt gave them excellent field position, Prescott wasted no time. On the first play of the drive, he found Michael Gallup on a perfectly executed flea flicker for a 45-yard touchdown. Cowboys up 2-4-1-7. But the Giants weren't done yet. Saquon Barkley, who had been relatively quiet since his big run in the second quarter, came alive. He rattled off runs of 12, 8, and 15 yards, moving the chains and keeping the Cowboys' offense off the field. With just under 5 minutes left, the Giants faced a crucial fourth and won at the Cowboys' 30-yard line. In a gusty call, Dabble kept his offense on the field. The gamble paid off as Jones found Waller for a 7-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. 2 plays later, Jones scrambled right and threw across his body, finding Shepard in the back of the end zone. Tie game 2-4, with 2:45 left on the clock. Now it was Prescott's turn to be the hero. Starting from his own 25, he meticulously moved the Cowboys down the field, converting 2 crucial third downs with his legs. With 12 seconds left, the Cowboys had the ball at the Giants' 35-yard line. Out trotted Brandon Aubrey for a potential game-winning 53-yard field goal. The snap was good, the hold was clean, and the kick ... was right down the middle. Cowboys win 27-4. Final score, Cowboys 27, Giants 24. Post-game analysis. What a game, folks. This one lived up to all the hype, and then some. Let's break down some key takeaways. Dak's clutch performance. Prescott finished with 328 yards and 2 TDs, extending his 300-yard streak to 4 games. More importantly, he led the game-winning drive when it mattered most. Saquon's impact. While Barkley didn't find the end zone, his 126 total yards kept the Giants' offense balanced and the Cowboys' defense honest. Defensive standouts. Micah Parsons was a force, finishing with 2.5 sacks and 5 QB hits. For the Giants, rookie Deonte Banks had a coming-out party with 2 pass breakups and an interception. Coaching decisions. Both McCarthy and Dabble made gutsy calls that paid off. McCarthy's flea flicker TD and Dabble's 4th down conversion in the fourth quarter were game changers. Player of the game. While there were several standout performances, our player of the game has to be Dak Prescott. His poise under pressure and clutch throws in the fourth quarter were the difference maker in this tight contest. Looking ahead. This win puts the Cowboys in the driver's seat of the NFC East at 3-1, while the Giants fall to 2-2. Both teams showed they're legitimate contenders, and this division race is far from over. The Cowboys will look to keep their momentum going as they host the Patriots next week, while the Giants face a tough road test against the Bills. That's all for this week's breakdown, folks. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth NFL analysis. Drop your thoughts on the game in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take. Until next time, keep those touchdown celebrations ready.